think deep down inside, I know I can only speak for my son. I can't speak for Dwayne The Rock, but I think John, as you saw on SmackDown, there's still a lot of wrestling left in John Cena.
Hello, everyone. For the Apter Chat, this is Bill Apter, and you can see this guy, right? Can we see you?
You can see me now.
Yeah, we can. You are the father of, you're John Cena's dad, John Cena Sr. So welcome to the Apter Chat. It's been a long time.
It's been an honor. Thank you very much for asking me on.
My honor, too. Thank you for agreeing. So because we're taping this, and I'm not sure when it's going to be run, we'll say recently, your son came back on SmackDown, and tell us about this. Did he call? How did you find out, and what did you think of his performance?
One, I didn't get a phone call.
Oh.
I found out I was doing a wedding. I'm a JP. I do weddings, and somebody in the wedding party said, "So you're going to watch your son Friday night on SmackDown?" I said, "What?" "He's going to be on SmackDown in a tag match." So right after that, I started getting emails and texts from some of the fellows and ladies that I work with in the wrestling indie scene. And so that's how I found out that John Cena Jr. was going to be in a tag match on SmackDown. I did see the match, and I have to tell you something. I thought that was a well put together match.
Yep.
I thought that everybody involved in that match did exactly what they needed to do to put that match over. Right. And I thought the ending was appropriate. What's his name? Kevin Owens.
Yes.
And Sami Zayn. And I thought that was great. That was great.
Yeah. So what? So we don't know as of when we're taping this, but my feeling. This is my feeling, and we've talked about this on the phone when we were setting this up. Do you think this is leading to John Cena possibly coming into the Royal Rumble?
I would believe maybe, because I think, like you do when we spoke, I think that this is the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that regardless of what other people may think, I think on the same lines that you do, that it will end up being a three-way.
Your son, Roman Reigns, and
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
It doesn't matter what his name is. Yeah, that would. Well, you talk about box office, both live and worldwide on Peacock, the WWE Network, and every place. I mean, sponsors. That would be one of the greatest events in the history of our business. I
would agree with that. I follow the product here and there, and I think that it's heading in the right direction. The storylines are beginning to make an awful lot of sense, and I think this is the beginning. And I agree with you that I think, yes, we might see him in the Royal Rumble, and I feel pretty good about WrestleMania.
So your guess, like mine, is he's Royal Rumble. He wins the Royal Rumble, and somehow Rock, who may not be in the Royal Rumble, gets to be the third man in the ring at WrestleMania.
I'm sure that The Rock will find some way to make this happen, because Roman Reigns has been looking forward to taking on the tribal chief.
Yeah.
So I think it's got to happen. How it happens, I don't know. Whether there's going to be a clash once the Rumble goes on.
Wait, you said that Roman Reigns is looking forward to. He says he's the tribal chief. You're saying The Rock.
But Dwayne Johnson to take on the tribal chief.
Gotcha.
Yep. So I think that. I think it may be a case of Cena jockeying with Reigns, and then we hear that it doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah.
And The Rock is here. And so somehow they'll set that up. It'll be a three-way, whether it's elimination to get The Rock in or whatever. But I think, as you think, it will probably be one of the best that we've seen in quite a while.
So you have one wrestler and two movie stars. It's amazing.
I think deep down inside, I know I can only speak for my son. I can't speak for Dwayne The Rock. But I think, John, as you saw on SmackDown, there's still a lot of wrestling left in John Cena.
Oh my goodness! I'll tell you I when he came out, the electricity that he generated to the fans and it came right back to him was absolutely amazing. Was he like that when he was growing up? Was he a performer all the time?
I would have to say yes.
Okay.
I would have to say that he was very entertaining.
So I first met you and he back in the days of Ohio Valley Wrestling. This whole thing with the movies that he got into. What was your reaction when you saw the first when you went either on cable or to the movies? What was your first reaction about seeing your son is now a movie star?
I went to the movies to see The Marine.
Oh,
That was the first movie he made.
yeah.
That was a WWE production, I believe.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people misinterpreted what that was really supposed to be like. That was a takeoff on an Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie, as you could tell by some of the things that were done in there. I'll tell you, when I found out that he was going to do the movie, I found out it was being filmed in Australia.
Yes.
My comment was, how are you going to do that? And I guess from what I hear, and you might be able to bear this out, but I believe he finished the wrestling show, jumped a plane, went down and filmed, then jumped a plane, came back and wrestled, went back and forth until the movie was complete. Did a lot of his own
That's
stunts.
what wrestlers do.
Yeah, he did a lot of his own stunts. And I'll tell you, I was really impressed with what I saw for the first time out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very proud of him for taking that step. For somebody who, and you know, when you really match the two up, you take professional wrestling and you take the big screen. It's kind of like they go together. You know, entertainment is entertainment, whatever form you produce it in or do it in. I just think it's a different type of entertainment when you hit the squared circle versus, you know, you're out there in front of, I know when I did the thing with Randy Orton, we're out there in front of what, 20,000 people and millions of viewers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, yep, and yeah, I remember it too. And then, when you get to the movie screen, excuse me, it's kind of like you're dealing with a whole different gender or genre, because there you are with people on set. Yeah. There's no fans, no screaming, no yelling, and you have no idea what the overall reaction is going to be when that product's complete.
Yeah, but I'm sure he was absolutely thrilled out of his mind to get that with a lot of the fans doing the Let's Go Cena, Cena Sucks. It came right back. What is, at you being a former wrestler, a manager?
Still out there.
What name do you use in the business?
I use John Cena Sr. or Johnny Fabulous.
Johnny Fabulous, that was it. And what makes you so fabulous?
Well, it's good to be great, but it's always good to be fabulous.
Yes.
So great to be fabulous. But, you know, that name was kind of a shot in the dark. I remember going out for Knuckles Nelson down at Star Wars Wrestling to bring a ring announcer. And Knuckles said, great, you sound good, but I think I might have someone. And I said, no problem. I'll find some, another. And he said, no. He said, I'm looking for a heel manager.
Yeah. And
I said, well, if we do that, what name will we use? Obviously, you can't use Johnny Cash, Johnny Money. I said, it's got to be Fabulous. He said, Johnny Fabulous, the meanest guy in the business.
So since both you and I are old school, we still try and protect the business.
Yep.
We were talking about the marriage of movies and wrestling because they're both entertainment. Years ago, we couldn't say that to anyone. Now when people say, I'll plug my book here, of course, is Wrestling Fixed. I didn't know it was broken.
I need a copy of that.
Yeah. What's that?
I'd like a copy of that.
Oh, email me your address. So text me.
I'll buy it. I'll be glad to purchase it from you.
No. I'll send it to you. Not a problem.
All right. After we're done, I'll email it to you. Thank you.
If people would like to order a copy, it's available on Amazon. Is Wrestling. It's been out 7 years, actually, and the best story in it, in my opinion, is when I put Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman together, and that created the most magnificent entertainment and pro wrestling angle ever in the history of the business, and I was part of that. I'm thrilled. But when people ask you these days, is it just a show? Are you honest? And you say, yeah.
I think what I say to them is that we have a bunch of professional athletes in a situation where it's an entertainment type of result and presentation. But to be an athlete, you must. There's no way, and you and I have been around the business for a while, and I defy anybody to get in that ring and do what these young men and women do in that ring in the amount of time allotted. There's a lot of things going on, and when people get injured in that business, you've seen it, I've seen it, I've been injured. John certainly has. I think people misunderstand what it's all about. But yet we still get 18,000 people into an arena.
That's right. That's right. So before we go, if your son is watching this interview, look into the camera and give him what your old school advice would be if this winds up Royal Rumble and going to WrestleMania. What advice would you give him?
Be yourself. Do what you've always done. Be the man you are. Get out there, and I know you'll do what you always do, 150%. Whatever happens, happens.
All right. Where can people find you on social media?
I have a website out there. I believe it's still up. I'm on Twitter. If they can't
what is your Twitter? What's your Twitter handle?
Real John Cena.
Okay, that's you. All right. Not the fake one, that guy.
Real. Well, I had that problem. We had to redo that Twitter account because there were several other accounts out there that were John Cena Sr., Johnny Fabulous. And also I have my website out for Justice of the Peace in case anybody wants to get married.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I'm there.
Up on Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook. That's the one place I'm not. But I do have that website, and I believe that Johnny Fabulous, my wrestling website, is still up. I can't say that for sure, but if you just Google John Cena Sr., you'll find a lot of stuff.
Can you people imagine getting married by John Cena Sr.? That'd be. I know you've done that before. I was at one of them.
I've done it. I did one New Year's Eve, as a matter of fact.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, we had a great time with that. I've actually done weddings where the finale is the two belts, and instead I say, please welcome the new Mr. and Mrs. Apter. You turn around, she has Studiasi's belt, somebody has John's belt, and I say, because God bless them, the champs are here. And it goes over.
If I get married for the 9th time, you're in.
If you get married for the 9th time, you're gonna have to shake your head.
Well, 1.5 times, we'll say that.
No, once was enough for me. I'll never do it again.
Send me text me your home address, and I will send you a copy of his Wrestling Fix. And the answer is, I didn't know it was broken. Yeah.
It isn't broken. I think you just fixed it.
And somewhere in here, well, we have another minute or two, is a picture of me with that kid of yours. This phone call that I'm not taking is from Ben at WWE.
Oh, you should take that.
Would you like to say hello to him?
I'll say hello to anybody you want me to. Ben's a big guy. Yeah, he's calling you, not me.
No, I called him an hour ago before we did this. And I just want to see if I can find that photo. But no, I'll gladly send it to you. Your John Cena Jr. moment. What was it?
I guess the day he won the heavyweight championship.
Yeah, the first time.
Yep. That was kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, a lot of people, like I say, I love that little chant. I have a little anecdote with that. I was in Boston Garden, and here they are. They're all saying, let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. And there were 5 guys behind me, and they were all saying the same thing. Cena sucks. Let's go. Cena sucks. There he is. There he is. Yep. Yep. I got to tell you this, it's kind of a trapper. That's a good book. His name's Bill Apter. I was sitting there one day and along he came. He said, listen, Cena, someday you'll be in the Hall of Fame. I said, what do you say? What's your name? Apter, boy. That's my name. You'll see me here on the Apter chat. Don't forget to tune in. Now, that's enough about that.
Wow, I like your speed. I like your style, but your pay's so cheap, I won't be back for a while. Got to do my Ali one of the songs. Hey, great to see you again.
Same here, Bill.
Recording here. But I always ask people as we're signing off if I can find the stop recording button to point out at the camera, if you don't mind. And we'll see you at the matches. Thank you, John.